Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman launches Saudi Vision 2030, a government initiative to diversify Saudi Arabia's economy, society, and culture away from oil dependency. The plan is ambitious. Transform the kingdom, modernize, diversify, build a new Saudi Arabia for a new century. And at the center of it all, sports. Not just football, golf, boxing, Formula 1, WWE, and tennis. But here's what nobody tells you about Vision 2030. This isn't just about sport. When confronted with accusations of sport washing, Saudi Crown Prince and Prime Minister Mohammed bin Salman responded, "If sport washing is going to increase my GDP by 1%, then we'll continue doing sport washing. It's about power, economic power, soft power, and global influence. And football is the crown jewel." Welcome back to the World Cup Chronicles. Cristiano Ronaldo joined Saudi Arabian team Al-Nassr in 2023. The contract where he reportedly will earn more than $1 million a week, and being the biggest salary in the history of the game. And the world of football laughs. Gary Neville calls it a sad end to his career. Social media calls it a retirement league and a Saudi pension plan. Ronaldo responds that he is here to win trophies, to make Al Nassr better, and to make the Saudi league better, and to change the culture. Nobody believes him. But 6 months later, nobody is laughing anymore. Karim Benzema was the first big name to make the move to Saudi Arabia, joining Al-Ittihad on a reportedly 200 million euros a season contract. With 4 of the Saudi leagues being backed by a $620 billion company called the Public Investment Fund, or PIF. The Saudi League spent over $1 billion, second to only the Premier League. And if you listen to that again, the Saudi League outspent every single league in the world except one. And 87% of that spending was just by the 4 clubs owned by PIF: Al-Hilal, Al-Ali, Al-Nassr, and Al-Ittihad. But why? Why would you spend over $1 billion on players in their 30s? Why bring Ronaldo and Benzema over to Saudi Arabia when it could have just went to the MLS or stayed in Europe? And here is the answer. In 2023, Saudi Arabia secured the sole right to host the 2034 World Cup on their own. So this isn't about 2023, not even about 2026. This is about 2034. Since 2021, Saudi Arabia has invested over $6 billion in sport, starting with a £400 million takeover of Newcastle. Saudi Arabia continues its investment through the Saudi Pro League, attracting stars like Cristiano Ronaldo, Neymar, Benzema, Sadio Mané, Riyad Mahrez, and Roberto Firmino. And King Salman's $23 billion project to build the Global Sports Center, a state-of-the-art sports facility set to become the largest sport tower in the world. So a new stadium, training facilities, and most importantly, young Saudi footballers getting to train and play alongside Ronaldo, Benzema, and Neymar every single day. And that's the plan. So that by 2030, when the World Cup arrives at Saudi Arabia, everything will be ready. The infrastructure will be ready. The league will be established, and the players will have spent a decade learning from the best. And here, Saudi Arabia will not just be hosting the World Cup, they will be competing to win it. But before Ronaldo, before Benzema, and before all the $1 million investment, there was a moment that made the world believe that Saudi Arabia were serious. In Qatar in 2022, Saudi Arabia were up against Leo Messi's Argentina. Saudi Arabia had only ever won 3 World Cup games in their history. At halftime, they were 1-0 down thanks to a Leo Messi penalty. Then the second half exploded.
Cristiano in the wall. Cristiano in the wall. Cristiano in the wall for
Saudi Arabia break Argentina's historic 36-game unbeaten streak with one of the biggest shock results in the history of the tournament. The Saudi bench erupts, the fans go wild, and the entire Arab world is celebrating. And back in Riyadh, King Salman of Saudi Arabia declares a national holiday to mark the national team's stunning victory against Messi's Argentina. And then the entire nation celebrates. And this is it. This is Saudi Arabia's moment. And the world is watching. But then reality hits. A 2-0 loss against Poland and a 2-1 loss against Mexico, and they are eliminated in the group stages. And this has been the story of Saudi Arabia at the World Cup. They have qualified for 7 different World Cups. But only once have they passed the group stages and reached the round of 16. The question is, does buying all of these aged superstars help the Saudi players? Over the last 5 years, the Saudi League has gone under unprecedented change, has been accompanied by greater imbalance between clubs. The main issue is not the income of foreign players and capital, but their concentration in small amount of teams, with 4 clubs hoarding all the talents, leaving the rest of the league behind. Young Saudi players sitting on the bench watching Ronaldo and Benzema play. Is that development, or is that just a spectacle? After being the second largest spender in 2023, Saudi now has dropped to 6th, so the spending spree is slowing, the hype is fading, and the national team is still struggling. But here's what makes 2026 different for Saudi Arabia. Because 8 years from now, the world is coming to Saudi Arabia. And this represents the midpoint of achieving the targets and ambition of Vision 2030. And all the investments and all the infrastructure leads to 2034. "2026 will be the test. Can Saudi actually be competitive at the world stage? Or is this just billions of dollars in sports washing with no substance behind it?" But Mohammed bin Salman doesn't care what you call it. He doesn't care for critique. He only cares about results. Economic results, political results, and global influence. And in 2034, when 5 billion people tune in to watch the World Cup in Saudi Arabia, the kingdom will have achieved exactly what it set out to do. But there are some things money cannot buy. You can buy Ronaldo or any player you want. You can buy stadiums and infrastructure. You can even buy a World Cup, but you cannot buy the trophy. They've beaten Argentina and they've shocked the world before. They have the talent, they have the investment, and they have the infrastructure. What they don't have is the consistency. What they don't have is the track record of delivering when it matters the most. And in 2026, with 2034 on the horizon, the pressure has never been higher. The World Cup is not just about qualifying anymore, and not even getting out of the group stages. This is about proving Vision 30 was worth it. All those billions of dollars, all that global attention, and all the controversy was worth it. At the last World Cup, they beat Argentina. And in this World Cup, it's time to prove it wasn't a fluke. And it's time to prove that Saudi Arabia isn't just buying football. It's time to prove that they are building it.